So it turns out I had a whole video recorded and I didn't even know that. I just never posted it. So I got to put gameplay behind it. And then, yeah, I got to post that too. So this one's going to come out probably farther along, or I might just put this one before because the other one's on like reels and stuff. So I could just post that whenever. This one's more, I guess, current, if you want to call it. This one's about the Devil May Cry anime, the new one that just came out this year, 2025. And so I should probably start this off by saying I've only played Devil May Cry 5. So my knowledge about Devil May Cry is limited to, and that's it. So pretty much I don't really know that much about it, as you can tell from my knowledge database, but I do know a thing or two about people coming in and taking over franchises and then doing poorly with them. I do have a little bit of a issue with people like that, and the show's creator, what's his name, Adi Shankar, he made the show, and it's not exactly the games. And first off, right, I can get behind, before anyone says anything, I can get behind the idea of, oh, this isn't canon. It's just a show that's based on the games, but it's not real. It's not connected to the games, right? That's okay. That's fine. But my problem is that when you take over a pre-established franchise, you have obligations to the franchise. It's that simple. There are obligations you have to it, and that is to deliver a story that makes sense based on the world that was already created. Now, the problem is that people come in, like, for example, this show's creator, and they have a completely different idea of what they want to do. Now, the thing is, this dude just personally said, oh, I wanted to save Devil May Cry, because he did the deal to make the show before 5 came out, and then they dropped 5, and he thought the franchise was dead, and then they come out with 5, and it sells, like, more copies than I think most of them did, if not all of them. So, yeah, right. Now, the thing is, this dude, I don't know how to explain it, but let me just say this, and I said this on like a TikTok video, but if you like Devil May Cry, don't watch the show. If you don't like Devil May Cry, don't watch the show. And if you love Devil May Cry, don't ever look at the show. I am not like a big fan of it. Like, it's not like I dislike it. It's just I'm not that big of a fan. And I hated it. See, the biggest problem with the show, and I'm going to get into more detail, but just first off, it is overall the most consistently mid show I think I've seen in the past year. And that's crazy to say, because there's like thousands of shows just in existence. And this is one of them. This is one of the shows of all time. And it's like, why is it so bad? Like, there's so much going on that I don't think this video is going to be long enough, but I'm just going to try to keep it a reasonable amount of time. So, first off, who's the main character of Devil May Cry? Dante. You know who's not the main character of the show? Dante. You know what character has the least amount of screen time in the show?
I dare you to guess right now.
Dante. So, right off the bat, we're wrong here. Just plain wrong. And they do the whole show, like like just as a whole, the show is wrong. And that doesn't even make any sense. Like, how is the show wrong? It is literally just wrong. Okay? Right? Every episode has a redeeming part, but it has equally that, if not more, an irredeemable part. So what do I mean? Now, the thing is, for some reason, Lady is a bigger, like, character in terms of the whole story and just appearance-wise than Dante's, which makes no sense, because Dante's the main character. Right? And you could say, oh, it's to make Dante more important, which is stupid. Okay, because in the games you play as him and he's as important in every part of the game, then you know what I mean? Like, the newer games, it's different because they introduced Nero as a playable character and he's part of the story. But that's different. That's like that's years later. This one is young Dante. So we're talking age-wise like early 20s at the latest. Young Dante, there's no Nero. Nero doesn't exist. He hasn't happened yet. There's that, right? With the show, they do these weird, like, things that shows try to do when they come in with a pre-existing story, and it's change it up. Like, in Devil May Cry, demons are just the guys you kill, right? That's that. But in the show, there's like, Spoilers. I should have said that. Spoilers. Okay, so in the show, there's two types of demons, right? Not necessarily demons, but there's just two types of otherworldly beings. And it's the demons that you kill all the time. And then there's like the weird people demons called the Makaians. And they're like refugees, right? And it's like, what the hell? Why does this even exist? Like, why is this an idea that they thought was good for a show about or a story about games where you just kill demons. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You have this whole thing about killing demons, and you're like, let's make the guys you kill redeemable in some way, shape, or form. The main villain, right? This dude that kills countless people just straight up slaughters them. This bunny rabbit looking dude, right? Oh, he's actually a refugee trying to save demons. And it's like, yo, bro, I just want to see them die. And the thing about it too is that they have, so like one of the bigger characters in the story is the vice president of the United States, and he's this really Christian guy that is just about like the war of good and evil and heaven and hell and like that stuff, and humanity versus hell, and humanity having to win no matter what and what it takes, and like, you know, doing all that, right? But they kind of portray him in a way that makes him seem like a bad guy. Like, he wants to wipe out hell. He doesn't want any demons on earth. And they want you to, like, the show wants you to think he's a bad guy for that. But look, realistically, right? Humans can't exactly beat demons in a fight. Like, we got one dude and his name's Dante and he's not even full human, and that's it. So right off the bat, major giant story issue, right? Just as a whole. Okay, next up, they literally focus too much on Lady, and I know I said that before, but you don't understand how bad it is because like at least 80% of the episode revolves around her. Every episode, and that's crazy, because it's like, this isn't the Lady show. It's not Lady May Cry. It's Devil May Cry, right? Who's the half devil in there? Dante. Yeah. So problem again. Now, they do this thing where they introduce this thing called Darkcom, where it's like a secret service kind of thing about that's there for killing demons. And so, I mean, I guess that's interesting, but then that means demons have been like showing up for a long time. And I mean, okay, yeah, you know, whatever. That's probably how it is in the games. I wouldn't know, but that's cool, okay? Right? Not that crazy of an idea. Now, the issue is that Lady is one of these agents, right? But also, she's on par with Dante fighting-wise. Explain to... And here's the thing, too. It's not like Dante just doesn't really have any enhancements in this yet because he's so young or something. No. He literally... Like, a train got thrown at a diner. He was sitting in the diner eating a sundae, and he's fast enough that he can rescue everybody as the train is crashing through the window. And everybody's safe. So, you're telling me... And the only thing Lady has, right, is... rocket boots that don't really let her fly. Like, they kind of boost and that's it. And literally that's it. And okay, yeah, she has 2 guns. And somehow, at every time Dante faces her, Dante loses. Which makes no sense, because it's like, this is the dude that's somehow killing demons, right? Like this dude's supposed to be stronger than the girl he's losing to. And he still loses? Like, that's just poor writing, right? Like, and I know power scaling in Devil May Cry is not always the most consistent thing, but the whole point is that the only reason Lady ever gets close to winning against Dante is that he's messing with her, which he was not messing with her in this. He was legitimately losing, which makes no sense, right? Okay, and then what else we got to go through, right? Right? So we went through Dante and Lady, right? We went through how Dante doesn't appear at all. And then guess what? Oh, this bunny rabbit dude, he's like a human that had a horrible foster family, and then he went into the demon world and then saw that the Makai people were what is it called? The Makaians, right? That they were all like getting enslaved by the bigger demons, and he was like, oh, we gotta stop this. But oh, guess what? You know who he uses to fight Dante and the other humans? The demons that enslaved his friends. So I don't know where I'm supposed to like go like and think about this, but it's just overall just horrible down the board, right? Like, anything redeemable that was done is irredeemable. Oh yeah, Lady is also so annoying. Every single time she talks, 15 F words, right? And that's whatever you want to think, but it gets annoying and cringy after the first sentence. And that happens every episode. So, those are my thoughts. Don't watch the show. I did, so you don't have to. Yeah, that's about it.